Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome into Menomonie High School. Menomonie Holiday Tournament already underway here at Menomonie High School. Got pushed back a little bit here due to the weather overnight and into the morning this morning. But we got basketball here tonight. Menomonie girls taking on the Merrill Bluejays here for Menomonie non-conference action here. Storm Harmon, I'm Chad Zutter. We're bringing you the broadcast here tonight. 5 o'clock girls start, 7 o'clock boys start. We'll have two separate broadcasts, so after this one, go back to Mustangs TV and find that boys broadcast. It'll not be on the same video stream here. It will be a new stream for that one. So for now, we'll step aside. We'll be back with assistant coach Eric Harmon for the Menomonie girls basketball squad. Right after this, you're watching Mustangs TV. Advanced Electrical and Mechanical is a Pysick family-owned business and proud supporter of Menomonie athletics. Whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've got your electrical, HVAC, and refrigeration needs covered. Let's make your project happen. Call us today at 715-495-2968 or visit us online at www.advancedelectricalmechanical.com. Back on the pregame show here, sponsored by Crystal Orthodontics. Joining us, assistant coach for the Menomonie Mustangs, Eric Harmon. Eric, take us a little about your background. You've been coaching here. I know you took last year off, back on the staff this year. Take us through your coaching background here for the girls basketball squad.
Well, it seems like I've done this job or coaching for a long time. Baldwin Woodville as a head girls coach for 12 years. Coached 8th grade boys, coached freshman girls. Coached a lot of basketball over the years. I did 3 years with Storm when he was the head coach here, and didn't really know last year, and Storm got out, so it's like, talked to Tyra this year, and things were good, and I'm like, so I'm back, so we'll see.
Another year. You got obviously a lot of experience. We just went over this year's squad. How do you think they've formulated so far? Obviously still early in the season, still a lot of basketball left. How do you see them, how they've grown here in the first month and a half of the season?
Well, I think we're figuring it out right now. Like our pressure has been on the uptick. I think, they're starting to play a little better. We're very young when we come 2 freshmen off the bench right away. It's learning curves for them, even though they've played a lot of ball. It's a different level of varsity basketball when you get there. So we're figuring it out. Our press is going to be the key again tonight. And they're starting to gel a little bit, I do believe. We're starting shooting a little bit better. And whenever you shoot good things happen.
That is for sure. You put up the most points this season against Rice Lake just about over a week ago here. And you get to the holiday tournament like this, you obviously had time off. Then you jump into, back-to-back days. What's the prep like for a tournament like this where I assume you guys haven't practiced, or have you? Did you get one in before today? Take us through this as far as the holiday tournament goes.
Yeah, we did. We had an open gym. We did practice on, it is Monday, right? So we did practice on Friday. They did come in yesterday for a little bit, more of a shoot-around. So it is tough during the holidays, but you want to kind of keep them in shape too. It's, you have kind of, I always thought you had like 3 seasons to a full season, and this is like the second season because from here on out, it's a month and a half of, go, go, go. So hopefully we're still in decent shape. I think we have been, and that's why we press, so we need to be in shape.
Merrill tonight, Rhinelander tomorrow. We'll have you both on Mustangs TV. Thanks for your time in the pregame. We'll talk to you later down the road.
Good luck. All right, man. Thank you.
We'll continue on Mustangs TV.
We've been able to build out the areas, the rural areas around Menomonie.
Most of those places are spots that have little to no access to high-speed internet. Pretty much all of those phone calls, the people are ecstatic and so excited to be able to finally get fiber optics.
It's really great that we were able to serve the folks in the rural that probably thought they would never get good internet service.
We put the fiber in the ground. That gives them the connection, but it's also the support we provide, it's the services we provide over that fiber.
Back with you here in the pregame show, sponsored by Cristo Orthodontics, and we will get over starting lineups here shortly. One game completed here in the holiday tournament. It was right before this, a boys game, New Richmond versus Merrill. Great game for that one. New Richmond got the victory. 78-70 was the final in that one. We will actually be broadcasting, I'll rephrase that, live streaming the non-Menomonie game. So tomorrow, St. Croix Central versus Merrill girls at 11 a.m. and then New Richmond versus Anago boys at 1 p.m. will both be on Mustangs TV here. They'll just be the straight live stream, not the broadcast that you see here before you, but you will be able to watch it if you're interested in those. And then we'll have tomorrow Menomonie Merrill boys at 3 o'clock and then Menomonie Rhinelander girls at 5 o'clock here. With our full broadcast partners here. Running down starters, let's start with the Menomonie Mustangs here. 2-4 on the season. They'll go this way. Number 1, Gracie Miller, 5'8" sophomore. Number 4, Maya Rumsauce. A 5'7" junior, number 23, Emma Marlette. 5'9" junior, number 24, Jordan Ullman. And a 5'9" senior, number 44, Reese Barfnick. Mustangs coached by Tyra Swanson in her second season. Now for the Merrill Bluejays here, they'll go this way. Number 2, Faria Kiskowski. Number 5, Grace Ryman. Number 22, Kayla Clairvoy. Number 24, Brunna Jarovic. Number 34, Grace Leck Gentili Hull. And if you need pronunciations here, this is one of the more challenging ones you'll have here, Storm. There's some challenging names to pronounce here on this Merrill Bluejays squad here. And the Bluejays coached in her 12th year, Jolene Honig will be on the bench here calling the plays. Officials for tonight, Peyton Donkel, Reed Hansen, Travis Lauby. Should be a good one here, Storm. You know, as a head coach here, we heard from your uncle, one of the assistants here, Eric Harmon. This is kind of the second season. There's kind of 3 seasons within a season. He talked about your starting into your second season, and obviously the tournament, I assume, would be the third season. With a holiday tournament like this, as a coach, what are you taking from these games and how to, either continue playing well, maybe regroup? What's the kind of the strategy as a head coach?
Yeah, it always was a luxury that we've been able to host this year in, year out, since we've had these facilities and teams willing to come. Merrill being one of those teams that consistently kind of come to our holiday tournament here. But things that you want to keep the movement going. I think that them not having to travel is an advantage for Menomonie. A little bit tougher for teams like Merrill, Rhinelander, Anago, those teams making long trips. But it's also a time frame, too, where athletic directors got to get games in, right, because of the extra games added on. But here, I think you're looking to knock some rust off. These are some sharpening games for that conference play that takes off right after the break.
And we saw, the girls against Rice Lake and then in Somerset last week, probably playing some of their best basketball coming into this holiday break. Rumsauce takes the tip from Barfnick. Menomonie will start on offense, and we see Merrill match up defensively man-to-man. Merrill 1-7 on the season. They come out of the Great Northern Conference, and we don't have any JV helpers here for a camera, so we're using our huddle camera tonight. It worked seamlessly. We tested a few times, so it's great to be able to make this broadcast possible with the technology here at Menomonie High School.
Nice cut there by Jordan. With Merrill extending some pressure right now, Menomonie creates some good space. You're going to be able to have some nice driving lanes downhill.
There's Ullman all the way to the lane, comes up short on the layup attempt, and rebound will go to the Blue Jays here. Blue Jays with the basketball, man-to-man here defensively for Menomonie to start as well. Nice drive there, too much on it from Gentile.
Good pass.
Hall in transition, but Gracie Miller overlays it, and she'll get a steal, put it back. This time she will not miss the opportunity, and Gracie Miller on the board.
Jordan smiling there saying you took my assist away, but at least he got the point still.
Almost a turnover there on that full court pressure, and we hear about it from assistant coach Eric Harmon in that pregame interview. You know, that's one thing the Mustangs here really want to work on here over the holiday tournament, not only to get better at it, but to keep their legs as well. He mentioned that. You don't want to lose your legs over this holiday period. You want to stay in shape, and boy, one way to stay in shape is to keep full court pressure.
Keep playing.
So,
yeah, with this time of year, too, again, I mentioned how it's a luxury that we're hosted. The holidays is about family, too, right? So I always felt that our teams got tighter together because they were able to do some things, and they kept the travel tight. Families coming to Menomonie just kind of strengthened what I thought our Menomonie girls basketball program was.
Good defense by Marlette. Nowhere to go there was Ryman, and now she'll get it back. A little scoop shot layup, but Marlette made the shot difficult. Mustangs going to transition off of it. Gracie Miller off the glass and in. Miller's got all four to start.
Playing off 2 feet there, a lot more in control on that finish compared to the first one.
Here comes Ryman. Ryman going to go all the way to the basket again, this time off the side iron. Rebound Rumsauce. Ullman going to push it here for the Mustangs. Spin shot in the lane. Too much heel miss for Ullman, and we're going to have, I thought I heard a whistle there.
So that's one thing.
Oh, yes, you're right.
We got a couple games going on.
We got a couple games going, yeah, because of the delay here. We actually have 2 games in the facility, so you do hear a whistle in the back gym, and not on this floor, the floor right next door. Ullman can't make the layup in transition, but luckily Menomonie will keep it. Yeah, playing right next door here are the boys, and it is, the girls, St. Croix Central and Rhinelander. You're right, right next door here.
And Menomonie sees the Hodags tomorrow, correct?
Yes, tomorrow they will Menomonie and Rhinelander at 5 p.m. A little earlier start tomorrow. Rhinelander, I'm sure, will be nice to get home a little earlier tomorrow as well.
For sure. And a like opponent. I think we saw them last year in the playoffs on that Friday night game. So it's nice to see some of these teams that you might run into in Division II.
And one of the players checking in, Lauren Ullman, gets the steal. And on the drive, I thought I heard another whistle. Other court. I got to keep my eyes on this one. Over there, Barfnick, elbow jumper, no. Rebound to Merrill. Ryman gets it. She's double-teamed by the Ullman sisters in the backcourt, and then she'll throw it away and saving it. What a great save there.
Good hustle there.
Was Jarovic to keep the possession to Merrill. Merrill still looking for their first bucket. Menomonie really staunch on the defensive end here to start. Nice find on the curl cut. Not able to finish, however, is Gentile Hall. Mustangs chance to take a 6-point lead here. Reese Barfnick off the glass, and she does it.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Swanson right now on the defensive end, especially in the half court, I'd be getting on our girls a little bit, getting to that midline. I think our weak side help's been a step slow or a little bit glued to their girls right now early on. And these are the type of games, again, where it's like you're going live against somebody else. Really want to work on that. So right now you see a really nice midline built up. Big difference on the catch compared to the first 3 possessions.
Long 3, Ryman off the iron for her. Here comes
Go, Emmy.
Ullman. Crossover, layup right side. Nope, but she'll go to that Bills distributing free throw line, will Jordan Ullman. And I'm sure both these players probably like this break here. That was up and down. We didn't have a whistle for probably 4 minutes almost of gameplay there.
So same officiating crew that we saw the first game with the boys. I always had an appreciation when the game's officiated the same way. Doesn't matter what the gender is. Very consistent that we're seeing with what was called the first game before this.
Ullman drops the first one in from that Bills distributing charity stripe, and we'll have a bunch of subs here. First we'll get the Menomonie ones. Rumsauce into the game again, and then Ramirez now for the first time. We'll get to some of those Blue Jays. Clairvoy is one back in. Omen hits the second one from the Bills distributing free throw line, also into the game here. Bunnell for Merrill, and the last player, I think, was Shunt. Steal in the backcourt. Nope, they're going to say a reach in. Are they going to get Omen? They will. Lauren Omen, the freshman, with the reach in. Lauren Omen, you look at the stats here for the season, it's been the Omen sisters leading the way here, points per game. Jordan at 17 points per game, and Lauren Omen at 11. Reese Barfnick right at the same with 11 as well. Ball tipped into the back. So 3 players for Menomonie, averaging double figures. And we're going to have a timeout here. Head coach for Merrill will do the same. Mustangs TV.
High-deductible health plan opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Chad Zutter, Storm Harmon with you here. Menomonie Holiday Tournament. Used to be called the Candy Cane Classic.
Loved it.
I thought that was probably the best name of any holiday tournament, the Candy Cane Classic. We'll just say that's RIP for now, but that was a great name.
Shout out to Caleb Hunt, former AD. I remember when we were kind of coming up with the idea of wanting to host schools, we floated that idea,
and it worked.
And it worked.
Candy Cane Classic. We'll call this the Menomonie Holiday Tournament officially is what it's named, as you see it on your screen there. Nice entry. Not able to finish there was Clairvoy, and here comes Menomonie. Boy, Merrill's had some bunny looks. They just haven't been able to put anything down. Omen, a transition 3. Yes.
Good space on the weak side there. Lauren's done a great job moving the ball to the right person the entire season, so no surprise there. And Coach Harmon, he was mentioned in the pregame, they're starting to shoot the ball a little bit better from outside. And again, that you make shots, the game becomes a lot easier in a lot of different facets.
Omen whistled for that foul. Not Jordan Omen. We got 2 fouls on the Mustangs, both on the Omen sisters, 1 apiece. Merrill still looking for their first bucket. Clairvoy sisters. Well, the older one, the senior, Kayla Clairvoy, will dribble it off her foot out of bounds, so turnover, Blue Jays. Stay tuned after this one. We'll have the boys matchup. Mustangs take on the Antigo Red Robins.
Got her.
They back off. Omen had an open 3. Instead gets over her sister Lauren Omen, who drops it from distance.
Nice action, good screens again on the weak side, strong, not moving your feet.
Double team right across front court there, and Merrill does get it out of there and then throws it away. And boy, what a great start if you're a Menomonie Mustang here. They have shut out Merrill now for 6 minutes, put up 14 points. It has been all Menomonie here to begin this ball game.
Yeah, have the tempo and the pace the way they want it also. I don't know how comfortable Merrill is at playing at the pace that it started off with. Swing it.
Ramirez will take the dribble drive all the way to the back. It's a block from behind by Clairvoy, and ball out of bounds. Merrill will give it right back. Ramirez to trigger it in. She'll bounce it into Omen right underneath. Nice move around the defender for Omen. And Jordan Omen now with 7 early on for the Mustangs. She gets a steal, bounce to her sister, gives it right back to Merrill. That's the first turnover for the Mustangs here tonight. Subs for the Blue Jays. Lyon coming in, also back into the game, Jarovic. Mustangs full court press has caused a couple turnovers. Done a good job of transitioning offensively of the Mustangs. There's another turnover. This time underneath Miller, layup. Yep, this time she is rewarded as Jordan Oman with the assist and a timeout here. Head coach Jolene Honig for the Merrill Bluejays. We'll be back. 30 seconds.
Telling everyone I meet that if they need appliances, they have to go to Denny's. I had done a lot of research prior to calling them to schedule an appointment. I called and I spoke with Kayla. She made some suggestions of things that I might want to consider versus what I had picked out. She wanted to make sure I got the best price and the best rebates. I was so thrilled when I got done working with her.
When you want peace of mind on your appliance purchase, schedule your one-on-one appointment with Denny's today.
Visit the newly designed Big Rivers website at bigriversconference.org. Here, you can find results, standings, statistics, calendars, and historical league information. Mustangs TV back with you here. A great lead here for the Mustangs to start this ball game. You see on your score board there, it has been all Menomonie here in this holiday tournament opening girls game for the Mustangs. Boys open after this one, but there was one game ahead of this at the 3 o'clock mark. New Richmond defeated Merrill 78-70. That was in boys action to begin this holiday tournament. Claire Voy looking for her sister underneath. Instead, she'll put it on the deck to the free throw line. Back to the other Claire Voy, overlays it. Ball out of bounds to Mustangs.
Nice defense there by Ramirez. Playing strong, holding their own there. That's nice for a freshman right there to show that little grit and toughness there.
Yeah, and you know the other nice thing about the holiday tournament like this too is the boys team gets to watch the girls team, and the girls team gets to watch a little bit of the boys team, which doesn't happen very much in season, obviously, because you're always playing opposite as Menomonie turns it over. So, and then the fans, they only got to go one place to watch both teams. And I know because of a schedule change with a cancellation, we will have one doubleheader this year for the varsity. I think I have to look at my calendar
Falls,
there.
maybe?
Yeah, 5 and 7, I think, or a 5:30, 7:30. Ball kicked on the entry stays to the Blue Jays. But that was a thing, what is that, Storm, about maybe a decade, 8-10 years ago, where they actually did doubleheaders for a little while.
And I loved it as a coach. Again, I'm a big believer in building the basketball community, and it takes a lot of people to make success happen. And when you're able to put all of them in the gym together, just a lot more excitement that comes from it.
Yep. Yeah, better bang for your buck if you're a fan, too, right?
Absolutely.
You get 2 varsity games for the price of 1, so...
And a lot of these kids, like you were mentioning, the boys sitting there watching the girls play right now, the boys and girls, they're in the gym together all the time, right? But then games start to happen in high school because of scheduling. You just don't get to see your classmates play as much. And to have that happen is, again, it's a luxury that we're able to host these.
Marlette with the easy lay-in from Lauren Ullman off the turnover. Merrill now with 7 miscues on that offensive end. Far side with it. Gentili Hull on the deck, back out. Merrill still looking for their first basket. We're almost halfway through the first half of this ball game.
Yep.
Merrill's had some chances, just haven't been able to put anything in. But it has been all one shot pretty much for Merrill. Not a lot of defensive or offensive boards for them as Bunnell misses from the lane. Ramirez looking underneath. Back to Marlette. Pump fake into lane. Off the glass and in. What a nice finish by Emmy Marlette.
Great chop fake, attacking the gap there. Strong finish.
How about this for a run to start the game? 22-0. Make it a chance for 24. If Gracie Miller can finish here, she does.
This is good, too, for Gracie, like trying to get her going, right? I think Coach Swanson's been looking for another guard to kind of go along with Jordan and Lauren. You've had a Reese game. She had that big game against Rice Lake. You've had a game earlier in the season where Emmy was able to get going. But having that third fiddle really makes them to be pretty challenging to guard.
Gracie Marlette, a steal. Now a 2-on-1 here. Mustangs. Lauren Oman, bounce underneath. Rumsauce, left-hand finish. That was a great pass there by Lauren Oman. Had to kind of collect herself to get it around the defender, but just in time.
I think that's 12 points off left-handed layups.
Know how to use the opposite hand pretty well here.
Although Gracie's cheating, she is the lefty on the team. So
underneath, Claire Voigt, nice find, but not able to make it. Gentili Hull, that's been Merrill's story here. They've had layups, just can't get them down. Jumper in the lane, comes off the front iron, loose ball. Ramirez scraps with it.
Good hustle there.
Lauren to the free throw line, she'll pop a jumper, drop it in. Assistant coach Eric Klarman, he talked about it in the pregame, shooting the ball better. We see it right now for the Mustangs, and big reason they're up by almost 30. We'll take a break. Mustangs TV.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Back with you here, Mustangs TV. Storm Harmon, Chad Zutter on the call here tonight. A lot of Christmas presents here for the Mustangs early here, and Anago still haven't opened any. They are big goose egg on the scoreboard, looking for their first bucket. 2-3 zone here defensively. Work on this a little bit.
Yeah, again, great opportunity to be able to get some things, some wrinkles worked out, but also get a bunch of different girls on the floor. Gracie with another one.
She's got 10 points, I think, all on layups. Yep. I think every one of her points tonight has been that left-handed layup here, and she's got 10 easily. That's about as easy as you can get 10 points. Turnover there, steal now for the Mustangs. Gracie Miller's got a 3-on-2, nice bounce pass underneath Marlette, left-handed layup, yep. Boy, they must have worked on their left-handed layups here, Storm, because they're getting up and down on those.
Yeah, had that on your bingo card. You're doing well tonight.
End of the game here for the Mustangs. Gomez, and there's another steal. Barfnick this time. She's going to go coast to coast and off the glass. 34-0. We'll talk about this mercy rule. We're going to probably be nearing that here. There is no running clock for a mercy rule until the second half, halfway mark. As that pass a little ahead of Marlette. Good job to save it. And then kick out. Jumper, free throw line by Gomez. That drops in. Boy, just everything going down for the Mustangs. They got to be shooting about 80% right now.
Yep. There hasn't been too many misses.
No, there has not been. And there's a chance here for Merrill to score as Ryman is going to head to the free throw line for a pair on the foul.
And the thing you want to get into here, if you're Coach Swanson, is if you take a timeout and be able to get the girls regrouped, focusing on the scoreboard doesn't change how we play, right? It's all about building your habits, and that's effort, that's energy. It's doing what we want to do on the defensive end, winning landmarks, winning our race to space, emphasizing the things that she values and the team values, and not letting the score dictate those things. And it's easier said than done.
Yeah, Ramirez and Dunbar in. And hitting both free throws. Ryman, Merrill on the scoreboard there for the first time. That was an 11.5-minute shutout streak here for the Mustangs to start this game on the defensive end. Ramirez kicks it over Gomez underneath, and then there's a turnover as the steal is grabbed by the Blue Jays. A 2-3 zone here. Menomonie mixing it up here defensively. Dunbar will wrap up the basketball, draw the jump ball, and it's going to stay to Merrill. Coming in here is Raven for the Blue Jays. Entry into Ryman, who's got the only points here for Merrill so far, but no field goals yet. The only points have come from the free throw line for Merrill.
And kind of no surprise to this start. I was able to peek in and watch the girls shoot around this morning. they're pretty locked in and focused. Coach Swanson looked pretty happy with what was going on, and sometimes you get those feel early in the day of how it goes. And we mentioned that they've had a couple of these games already this year where having to have a shoot around earlier in the day because the schedule's a little wonky.
Ryman an open three in this near coffin corner. Long rebound out to Ramirez. She's going to wisely draw it out. Did not have numbers. Hand off to Miller. Merrill's been that man-to-man defensively the whole time. Entry pass knocked away, stays to the Mustangs. Entering Dunbar was left unguarded, and that's an easy layup for her. 8th player that has got in the scorebook here in this first half for Menomonie is Dunbar, and that's impressive. Boy, talking about spreading the wealth here. Off the miss, here comes Marlette. Her pass knocked out of bounds. Stays to the Mustangs, but boy, it has been not just one player. I think only you got 38 points here. Only one player from Menomonie in double digits. That's Gracie Miller with 10. There's a bunch of 5s and 2s and 6s, and 8 different players have scored here for Menomonie in this first half. Ramirez trying to be the 9th. Long 3, too much. Baseline drive, going to dribble it off the defender there. Is Raven, and Merrill will inbound underneath their own basket. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Just over 50 viewers at the moment, I should say. Steal by Miller out top of the key. She's going to take a jumper right side. No, but we'll have a tie-up off. No, they're going to give a foul, I should say. They're going to get on the reach-in Gomez, so it will go to Merrill. Dunbar out, Rum Sauce in for the Mustangs.
Still hanging in that 2-3 right there. You're always trying to contemplate, too, not that you're resting the legs, but being smart with what you're doing with the back-to-back coming up, too, right?
Marlette, an easy bucket. She's got 8 now. And I think head coach Tyra Swanson, I thought she was signaling for a timeout, but she can't do that on the defensive end right now. Long 3 there off the mark from Schultz, and Mustang's going to transition off of it. Marlette, yep. Now we'll have that timeout. And we'll do the same here on Mustangs TV. 40-point lead for Menomonie. Back with you here, Mustangs TV. You see the score on your scoreboard here. Menomonie a big lead. We have on the court just to the right of us, that is St. Croix Central Rhinelander girls. We see a score of 30-15. We're still trying to confirm who's actually winning that game. Is St. Croix Central the home team or Rhinelander? But the lead right there on the court next to us between St. Croix Central and Rhinelander is 30-15. We'll get you who's leading that one when we get that information available here, but that's right next door due to the inclement weather this morning. Rhinelander got a little more time to travel.
Trap out of the
trap right in the corner here. Dribbling it out of it was Claire Voy, and still with her dribble to the elbow, gets ball knocked away, turnover, Merrill, and she gets it right back.
Battling right there.
That's
Ramirez
strong basketball as Ramirez will rip it out of there. The freshman, Rumsauce, jumper, baseline, too much. Rebound, Blue Jays. Pass too far ahead of Schultz, and right back to Menomonie. The basketball goes 16 turnovers for Merrill here in this first half. Neither team yet in bonus. Just one foul on Merrill this whole first half. 5 on Menomonie, though, so far. Ramirez, jumper, off the glass and drops it in. 9 players now have entered the scorebook for Menomonie in this first half. I mean, there's only one player. Hilson, I think, is the only player that has not scored that's in uniform here tonight. We got a whole half of basketball left.
Yeah, one of those feel-good games. Keep it rolling. Again, building good habits here.
Getting up a little slowly there was Gomez. Looks like she's going to need some time to get off the floor, and you're going to have to help me with some of these. We got some new players coming in. We see Hilson, but 33 and 35. I know we've had them before, but they are not listed on the varsity roster.
We got Brandenburg and Finetti on the floor now.
Which one's 33?
Brandenburg.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody in uniform now for Menomonie has seen the court as Ullman tosses a 3 from top of the key. That in and out. That was halfway down for Ullman. And those mercy rules, as far as basketball goes, a 40-point lead or more with 9 minutes left in the second half. That's when the clock will run continuously. Long 3 drops in from distance from Clairvoy. That's the first field goal for Merrill in this first half.
And on the other court, St. Croix Central's up 32-15, so Rhinelander's currently down right now.
Okay, so Central with the Landers, about just under 3 left in the half in that one. And for normal schedule, we would have had them all, obviously broadcast or live stream, but due to the weather, we have a double header here at the moment. And that other game, we'll keep you updated on that as we go through this broadcast. Underneath, nice defense there by Brandenburg, and Clairvoy couldn't finish. Lauren Oman now, right elbow. Swung around, Hilson with the dribble, gets the screen over to Oman. Oman baseline, trying to get it underneath the Finetti. And that ball will head out of bounds to Merrill. Actually, no, they're going to say offensive foul. So Finetti will get the offensive foul. Next one on Menomonie will send Merrill to the free throw line. Stay tuned for our halftime show here. We'll get you the numbers of this first half and the scores from the tournament that we have so far as well. One final. We'll have a halftime score here from the game right next door as well. Ryman with the basketball. Menomonie back to man-to-man defensively. Saw him wrinkle in a 2-3 zone here for a bit. Long 3 off the mark for Clairvoy. She gets her own rebound, however. Another chance. Merrill, another 3 about the same spot. Bonnell, that one clanks off the iron. Rebound, Menomonie. Hilson to the basket, and she'll draw the foul. And if Hilson can make 1 or 2 free throws here at that Bills Distributing free throw line, Menomonie will have had 10 players score in the first half.
Yeah, and right now with 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the court too, it's some big time minutes that they're able to get.
First one rattles out for Hilson. Second one, Hilson off the front iron. And ball in the corner is going to be rebounded there by Finetti. Great hustle. Hilson will try a 3, just in and out. Loose ball still on the floor, grabbed there by Merrill. They'll have potentially the last possession. Almost losing it there was Bonnell, kicks it out. Swung around, long 3, far side, Ryman swish.
Gotta go, court.
Ullman's trying to get the last shot here, just beyond half court as time expires, comes up short, and your halftime score Menomonie 44, Merrill 8. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. Mustangs TV.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
A high-deductible health plan opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Back with you, halftime show sponsored by Crystal Orthodontics, and we have our halftime here right now. Menomonie with a very big lead, as you see on your scoreboard, 44-8. I think they opened 38-0. 38-0 run. Storm, in all your years of coaching, have you ever been in a game where your team had a 38-0 run? Because that's what it was to start this ball game.
Nope.
That is something you won't have too much in basketball at all. And this is, like I said, been all Menomonie here in this first half. Let's run down the numbers here of how we got there. It's been all Menomonie. Gracie Miller with 10 points, Lauren Ullman with 5, Ramirez with 2, 2 for Rumsauce, 2 for Gomez, 2 for Dunbar, 10 for Marlette, 7 for Jordan Ullman, 4 for Barfnick. 9 players scored in that first half for Menomonie. Hilson missed 2 free throws. She would have been 10 if she could have made a free throw there in the first half. I mean, if you have 9 players score in any game, in the entire game, it's pretty well. I mean, they did it in the first half here, did the Mustangs, and, just very impressive, caused a ton of turnovers. For Menomonie, free throw line, 2 of 4, had 6 turnovers. Merrill struggled there offensively, as you see on your scoreboard. Ryman with 5, Claire Voy with 3. That's how they got to their 8. Perfect in free throw line, 2 for 2. And turnovers was a struggle there for the Blue Jays. They had 17. As we always say on our broadcast, these stats are not official. We're in the ballpark. We do our best we can. They're like horseshoes. We're close, but I might not be exact on our numbers. Our score next door right now, St. Croix Central is up on Rhinelander and the girls at halftime. Again, that game was originally scheduled for 1 o'clock today, got pushed back to 5 due to the weather, and they're playing it right on the court right next to us here, and that's halftime score. I'll put it up on our chat as well. St. Croix Central 34, and Rhinelander 18 at halftime. Storm, what do you, as a coach or as a head coach, the players, you get into your hot locker room like this. What do you tell your players in a game like this to just not have them relax and get lackadaisical? What's your strategy here as a head coach when you kind of see this lopsided score?
So I mentioned earlier about building good habits, right? So a lot of that you want to put in parameters that keep your kids playing the way you want them to play. So that might be something. We don't want something in transition right away. We're going to try and get 7, 8, 9 passes before we get it. You might actually manipulate a game where it's going to be, we need the ball to get swung here. We're going to get an attack down in the paint, and then we're going to play from there. So you can start to put some of those things in that you want to see your team get better at. The defensive end, the one thing that you don't want to see change is the one shot and done, right? They've done a great job of holding Merrill to a lot of one shots, even the ones that were getting to the rim. Ramirez comes up, cleaning the glass up and able to push the break in transition. but you can kind of control of how you want this game to go and keep your girls playing the way you want them to play. We always talked about what are good shots for our team, right? So, like, in my eyes and the way we always taught our girls was our favorite shot's a free throw. No one can guard us. Usually that's helping us in the foul count, too. Second favorite shot's a layup. And our third favorite shot's a kick-out uncontested three. So you can go back to whatever Coach Swanson's what she values for good shot selection. That's what we're going to see happen again this half. Again, continue it, and then you want to take that momentum going into tomorrow. You don't want to have a half here that makes you not feel good about what you did the first half, because they played lights out. Shot at a really high percentage, moved the ball a lot. Defensively, they're creating a lot of offense through their defense. And so you want to be able to have that be the sounding message going into tonight. So everyone goes to their pillow, sleep well, have another nice shoot around tomorrow, and hopefully rinse and repeat.
Yeah, and the other thing, Storm, I'm thinking you're going to get some players that maybe don't get that many minutes, an opportunity to get, quite a few minutes here in the second half. Players like Hilson, Dunbar. We saw Brandenburg and Finetti come in right at the end there as well. They don't get a ton, even Gomez as well, don't get a ton of varsity minutes. So this is the opportunity for them to get some of those minutes. And like you said, back-to-back, good chance for some of your starters and your reserves that get a lot more minutes to kind of get ready for tomorrow as well and kind of rest.
And as a coach, too, to be able to, you don't always have these games on your schedule where you're able to take advantage of them. But those practices add up through a year, right? And you need really good looks from your girls that aren't necessarily getting the minutes on the varsity night or the big show night at 7 o'clock. And so be able to give them and reward those minutes, because they're working just as hard as the kids that are getting a little bit more of the time on each night. So, again, keep going through, keep trying to be like really good teammates. If you're Jordan, because I'm guessing her minutes are going to be limited, be a really good leader for your team right now. Those are the things that you're kind of looking for if you're Coach Swanson, to see each girl kind of play their role pretty well this half.
Well, coming up after this one, we'll have Menomonie and Anago boys side. That one's scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip tomorrow. Let's run through the schedule for tomorrow. No changes due to the weather tomorrow, all as originally scheduled. We'll start with St. Croix Central and Merrill girls at 11 a.m. Again, that will be live streamed here on Mustangs TV. After that, New Richmond versus Anago boys. That'll again be live streamed here at 1 o'clock on Mustangs TV. Then we get into the Menomonie schedule. The boys will play first tomorrow, Menomonie and Merrill at 3 o'clock. That will be for tomorrow. And then the girls will play Rhinelander at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So the Merrill, both the girls and the boys for Merrill are here at the tournament. Just Rhinelander girls, St. Croix Central girls, and then the New Richmond boys and the Anago boys are all the visiting members of this Holiday Classic tournament. And we're going to thank our sponsors here. Obviously, our halftime sponsor, Crystal Orthodontics, that makes this broadcast possible. 24/7 Telecom, Advanced Electrical and Mechanical, Dairy State Bank, Shields, Danny's Appliance, Crystal Orthodontics, Mike Sell Insurance, and Bill's Distributing. Let's take one more break here. We'll be back with the start of the second half right after this.
Telling everyone I meet that if they need appliances, they have to go to Denny's. I had done a lot of research prior to calling them to schedule an appointment. I called and I spoke with Kayla. She made some suggestions of things that I might want to consider versus what I had picked out. She wanted to make sure I got the best price and the best rebates. I was so thrilled when I got done working with her.
When you want peace of mind on your appliance purchase, schedule your one-on-one appointment with Denny's today.
Advanced Electrical and Mechanical is a Pysick family-owned business and proud supporter of Menomonie Athletics. Whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've got your electrical, HVAC, and refrigeration needs covered. Let's make your project happen. Call us today at 715-495-2968 or visit us online at www.advancedelectricalmechanical.com.
Enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail. Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials across the country, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back with your Mustangs TV. Storm Harmon, Chad Zutter on the call here tonight, and it's Menomonie basketball to start this second half. They'll have their original starters out there here to begin. That's Jordan Oman, Gracie Miller, Maya Rumsauce, Emma Marlette, and Reese Barfnick. Merrill still coming out of the huddle. Their starters, Kiskowski, Ryman, Clairvoy, Jarovic, and Gentilly Hill, Hull. Gentilly Hull. A lot of fun names on that Merrill roster. And you want to start working on your pronunciations, just go start reading those there, Storm. That's a challenge. Woman with the basketball. She had 7 in that first half. Leads all scorers here from Menomonie as far as an average per game at 17 so far this season. Turnover for Menomonie to start this second half. Merrill a chance to dent the scoreboard the first time in the second half. All they're going to say off of Barfnick, so stay to the Blue Jays. Head coach for Merrill, Jolene Honig, in her 12th year. Bank shot too much there from Jarovic, and then putback misses as well. Barfnick going to push it here from Menomonie. Tried to go coast to coast off the glass too much. Rebound Marlette. Back iron miss, and another rebound, this time Barfnick. That tie-up's going to go to Merrill.
So maybe not the start you want here, but for Menomonie try and get back into it here.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. This is a game where you want to stay, true to your values and don't get lackadaisical. But it can happen very easily for players in a game like this to get lackadaisical, lazy, getting bad habits. But you want to stay away from that. Long three, near side, front iron miss by Jarovic. And Oman now, nobody guarding her. And she gets 3 to her, and Marlette gets the pass, a turnover. Mustangs, a couple turnovers here to start this second half. Only had 6 in the first half. Ryman underneath hoop. Nope. The harm, though, yes. So Marlette will be whistled for her second. Ryman was perfect from the charity stripe to begin, or in that first half, and she knocks down the first one. Was Ryman. Holman, Ramirez into the game here for Menomonie. Second one up and down for Ryman as well. She has 7 of the 10 for Merrill. Holman handoff Ramirez. Ramirez bounces it over to Barfnick, swung around. Now to Miller. Just a couple minutes into this second half. Menomonie led big at half, 44-8.
Back door.
And right there, Ullman's got an open one from distance swish. Jordan Ullman into double digits now with 10.
Yes, nice penetration there by Lauren and finding the kick out to her sister there.
Entry into Clairvoy. Little hook shot blocked by Oman. She's got numbers, going to push it 3-on-2. Bounce right side to Lauren Oman. She'll finish. And a lot of layups here for the Mustangs. They've got points off turnovers quite a bit here tonight. Right side, too much, and we'll have a foul. Ramirez kind of slapped the shooter right in the face, that being Jarovic, and she'll have 2.
Got her on the follow through there.
At St. Croix Central Rhinelander girls game going on right next to us on another court.
Yeah, 36-20 St. Croix Central.
That one just, a minute and a half into the second half in that one?
About a minute behind us, yeah.
Jarovic knocks down the first free throw. Second one on its way. Perfect. Merrill 6 for 6 from the free throw line now.
Yeah, those are some smooth strokes, too. You'd think they'd let her fly a little bit more from the outside, but possession's been hard to come by, I guess.
Holman, a double screen out top here, either side. Kicks it to Miller. Her shot comes up short. Rebound Merrill, and probably not the shot you're looking for. We talked about at halftime here. You know, one pass shot in a possession here in a game like this. You like to, work it a little bit more and work your offense. Challenge Merrill to play some defense. Hope you get a layup.
Yeah, and that was a horn set call by Coach Swanson. So in that scenario too, this is a great opportunity to work where a good defensive team like what we got, a Memorial coming down the stretch here off the break. They're going to not let you get your first option out of some of those actions. So be able to run them through is really nice against another team in the live setting. And not falling in love, like you said, to that first passing shot.
Drive baseline there, Gentile Hull, but she'll lose it out of bounds. Turnover. Blue Jays. Got some subs coming up in here for the Blue Jays. We'll get to them all here. Bennell coming in. Grop. Schult, I should say, and then also Clairvoy. So Clairvoy. And then Lyon in as well. Almost a hockey line change there. 4 in for Merrill.
And I always thought too, Chad, and this is how my brain worked with this, was beneficiary of some really talented teams, and we get in some scenarios like this with some of our non-con opponents. And some of that film is what's shared throughout the state, right? And we always had aspirations of going as far as we could in playoffs. So we would throw stuff out there that we would actually never even do, but to put on tape to hopefully make another team spend 2 or 3 minutes worrying about maybe if they do this, we got to be ready for it.
Well, up and under there from Jordan Ullman in the hoop and the harm.
Good strong base there by Jordan. Nice finish.
Yeah, with Huddle and the film and the amount of film that a coach can watch and study, and it can get almost lost in translation.
Yep.
As Ullman completes a 3-point play at the Bills Distributing free throw line, and by tournament time, you got 24 games to watch of another team. It's almost endless what you could do as far as film study in today's world. That looked like a travel there. Merrill got away with one near side, bounced to Schult. Pass knocked away by Barfnick. Loose ball out of bounds, going to go to Menomonie.
Good hustle by Reese right there. Those are the types of plays that Coach Swanson's got to be happy about, right? Like, that would have been easy to let the deflection just kind of go and continue to play defense, but that extra hustle to try and win a 50-50, that's what this team has to be about, right? We give up a little bit of length against some of our Big Rivers opponents, so you got to be scrappy, and it's got to be consistent all the time.
And how many a 40-point lead swing all the way over to Lauren Ullman. She'll go baseline among the trees and kick it back out. Gracie Miller, the lefty, a 3. Not too much on that one. Rebound to Merrill. J.C. Lyon grabs it. Baseline drive there. Clairvoy off the mark, and the miss is going to go to the Mustangs. Barfnick going to try to go coast to coast. Her shot blocked by Clairvoy. Good recover defense from her.
Like to see her kick that to Lauren there. She did her job. Drew 2, kick to the open girl, and play from there.
Entry underneath to Clairvoy. Hook shot. She'll be fouled by Barfnick, and Clairvoy will head to the free throw line. She is the only player here for Merrill. Correction, make it one of 2 players that have hit a field goal tonight. Half of the points for Merrill have come from the free throw line. And staying perfect from that charity stripe is Merrill. Yeah, they're 7 for 7 now.
I don't know if the ball's even hit rim.
No, it's been swishes. Marlette and Rumsauce back in. And that one comes up short, so 7 of 8 now. Merrill from the free throw line. Top of the key, Miller over to Ullman. Looking for the cutter. Ramirez wasn't there. And back out top to Rumsauce. She'll draw a defender. Mustangs right at that 39-point lead. Again, your mercy rule is 40 points at 9 minutes or less. Gracie Miller's shot blocked underneath there. Great job by Lyon to come quickly there and knock it out of bounds. How does it work here, Storm? If you lead by 40 with 9 minutes left, but then the lead goes to 38, does then the clock stop, or does it just go regardless?
It just goes.
Running.
I don't remember if there's a threshold, though, if a team were to make like a 20-some-old run on the other end, if it gets back to where it'll be stoppage time. Never been in that scenario. It's a good question.
Menomonie will turn it over. I know in football it doesn't. In football it just goes.
You gotta, and if you're going to win it, you got to find a way to come back and win it.
Yep, you can use your timeouts essentially to stop the clock.
And it goes fast.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Turnover, Merrill gives it right back, and then fouled is Rumsauce with the basketball. So Merrill now with 21 turnovers. Done a better job of securing the ball in the second half. They had 17 in the first half in that TO department.
Yeah, you always wonder too, like if you're Coach Honig, right? Did I say that right?
Yep.
You always wonder how your team's going to travel, right? This is a legit road trip that they're on. I believe it's an overnighter for them and Rhinelander and Anago and the Merrill boys. So you always want to know as a coach, like how will we handle these types of situations? And sometimes it takes a little bit to kind of knock some rust off before you get going a little bit, and then you hope day two is a nice bounce back.
Well, timeout here. Head coach Tyra Swanson will do the same. Be back in 60 seconds.
We've been able to build out the areas, the rural areas around Menomonie.
Most of those places are spots that have little to no access to high-speed internet. Pretty much all of those phone calls, the people are ecstatic and so excited to be able to finally get fiber optics.
It's really great that we were able to serve the folks in the rural that probably thought they would never get good internet service.
We put the fiber in the ground. That's gives them the connection, but it's also the support we provide. It's the services we provide over that fiber.
Chad, what did we have a halftime score? What was it?
Our halftime score in this one was Menomonie 44, Merrill 8.
Okay, so a 10-5. Yeah, a lot tighter the second half.
Yeah, they're a little more competitive as Merrill in the second half. And yeah, remember that first half, it took them, 11 and a half minutes even to score.
Yeah.
You know, they scored right out of the gates here to start the second half. So Merrill doing a little better job here. Entry underneath Clairvoy. Her bounce pass back out almost goes out of all. A nice save there.
Yeah, 3-2 look by Menomonie.
Yeah, we saw him do that in the first half. Gracie Miller gets the steal. Up ahead, Marlette, an easy land for her. She's got 14 now, does Marlette. And we're inching near that potential mercy rule score is running one-hander off the mark from Bunnell. Rebound Ramirez.
Good eyes up there. Cutter, oh.
Lauren Ullman among four there in the paint. She's going to kick it out. Miller to the free throw line, kick it out Ramirez. Ramirez in the lane. Went out away with a block there. Loose ball. Going to get tied up. Going to stay to Menomonie. Some subs coming in here for Merrill. They're going to have a hockey line change. 5 in, 5 out. Clairvoy being one of them. Ryman. Going to be Kiskowski. And the other two here, I think it's Jarovic. No crushing to make that drop, and Gentile Hill.
Space.
Underneath, Rumsauce trying to work. She's got to get out of the lane. They're going to get 3 soon, but she finally does. Lauren Ullman will trigger one from distance. Long miss going to be grabbed by Marlette. Menomonie another chance. Looking for a cutter. Marlette will roll, and then she'll lose the basketball off the pass on the floor. Then she steals it right back. Gives it to Lauren Ullman. Layup too much off the glass. Marlette gets another offensive board, and she'll fire one from long distance. No, Rumsauce the putback off the glass and in. Rumsauce now with 4.
Yeah, Merrill just couldn't find a way to get out of that possession there.
And I think we're going to have that mark here. We talked about that mercy rule, which we haven't ran into it. Storm, I'm trying to remember the last time in basketball I've had a mercy rule game. They don't happen a whole lot. As a baseline jumper there from Clairvoy, no good. The putback, however, by Ryman is. She now has 9. But Menomonie looks like they're going to be there right now as Marlette hits a baseline jumper for 16. And the clock is going to continuously run. And we just see that the official by the running right of the table, he gave that signal to run the clock regardless. Now, only time it stops now is timeout or injury. Free throws, ball out of bounds. That clock will run for 9 minutes. 45-point lead for the Mustangs. Nice scoop shot, just comes up short there by Ryman. Then we'll have a foul on the rebound on Merrill. They are going to get Gropp with that one.
And this is where in basketball it's really noticeable because of stoppage time. Like here's 25 seconds that are gone.
Yeah, a couple subs here, Gomez and Dunbar. And yeah, you're right, Storm. It just flies by at the moment. There's no question. Now, football, it flies by with the change of possession. Is where you really see it. Or a score and then a kickoff. That's where you see a lot of time run off the clock as well. But Ramirez baseline drive. She's cut off, hit Lauren Ullman on a cut, and then a nice defensive block. But Menomonie gets it right back. Ramirez will trigger one from long distance. He'll miss. Rebound, Clairvoy. And Ryman coming up with the basketball. Ryman leads Merrill in the point department with 9 at the moment. More than half, as we're going to have a body foul. They're going to get Gomez with that one. Trigger it in. Kiskowski. Ryman, baseline, cut off by Lauren Ullman. Back out to Kiskowski. She'll drive. Little running one-hander, drops it in.
Nice shot fake, way to get to the rim there. A little stagnant here on the offensive end. Let's see if we can create a little bit more player movement, which drives some ball movement there.
Yeah, Menomonie had 44 points in that first half. They only have 16 so far in the second half. As Ullman, nice back cut, just couldn't finish. So the offense definitely dwindled here for Menomonie in this second half. Nice baseline drive there by Jarovic. She's on the board here with 4 now. And stay tuned here. Coming up, our next game here on Mustangs TV is going to be the boys taking on the Anago Red Robins. Bounce underneath there. Gomez gets tied up, and it's going to go to Merrill. Kevin, that clock just continues to run as you see on your screen. So we'll have subs here. We're going to have Kylie Brandenburg, Morgan Finetti. Also into the game here for Menomonie, going to be Hilson. So all 3 of them get some time in the first half as well. Like if those 3 can get a bucket, Storm, there'll be 11 players, maybe even 12 that have be in the scorebook with points. That'd be impressive if they can get a bucket or a free throw here. We saw Hilson have a chance in that first half, missed a couple free throws. Wilson with the basketball at the moment for Menomonie. Drops off Lauren Ullman. free throw line, rips it away, back to Hilson. Trigger three, nope. Rebound going to be grabbed there by Gropp. Look, tomorrow the Merrill girls will be playing St. Croix Central at 11 a.m., so quick turnaround for them. Almost a turnover there. There it is. It is whistled as Merrill couldn't keep it in transition. So give it back to Menomonie. Well, the sub before the entry pass. Chantilly Hull into the game here for Merrill. Stepping out, Jarovic. Brandenburg, jumper, no. Would have been the 10th player here for Menomonie. 10th of the scorebook if she could have dropped that in. Still got time.
It looks like a 14-point game on the other court right now.
Hitting the three there is Ryman. She's into double digits now with 12. And yeah, right next door here, St. Croix Central 46, Rhinelander 30. That's with just under, 9 to play.
Yep.
So that one going to take a little longer to get over than this one, obviously. Near side with it, Finetti. Hilson now running the offense.
Got her.
There's Finetti on the nice cut. She'll draw the foul and head to that Bills Distributing free throw line. 2 3 throws coming here for Finetti, and that clock continues to run. Set to check in is going to be Clairvaux. And that's first one up and down for Finetti from the Bills Distributing free throw line. Also into the game here from Merrill, number 14, who is not on the roster. Yeah, we'll just call her number 14. Not on the roster that the Blue Jays sent. Second one swish there for Finetti, and she's got 2 points. And we'll have a couple subs here. Dunbar in as well as Gomez. And back into the game, Bunnell for Merrill. We will do a little post-game show after this one just to wrap up our final numbers. Then we will sign off, and then we will get back on the air here for Mustangs and Anago boys action. That is set to tip off at 7 o'clock, so we'll have a little bit of time here in between. Anybody watching these games, you can go grab a soda, have some dinner if you haven't already.
I'll see if I can find out from Athletic Director Riley if they'll start the game early at all.
Turnover Merrill on the inbound pass. Now 25 turnovers for Merrill. Yeah, I got to think. I mean, you might have anybody who's here to watch the games is pretty much going to be here, I would think. Yeah, they might get this one going a touch early, but yeah, we'll get confirmation on that as well.
Because it looked like Anago rolled in during that first boys game, so they're here also.
See head coach for the boys, Greg Van Grunsven, making his way here just on the other side of the floor. Almost banking it in from distance there is Merrill, but Menomonie
got her.
Hilson underneath, wide open is Brandenburg. She'll get a bucket. 11 players now for Menomonie have scored in this game, and that doesn't happen too often.
No.
Entry underneath goes to number 23, pass out of bounds, and a turnover. Blue Jays, another player we don't have on the roster here for Merrill. So Hilson will walk it up here for Menomonie, one of the freshmen. See quite a few freshmen here for Menomonie. Gets some minutes at the varsity level in this one. Underneath, and that shot blocked by Gomez. Merrill comes the other way. 30 seconds remain. It's all over except the final score. Driving
nice
right
finish
down the line. A great finish from Jarovic, and she's got 6 now.
Well, it looks like the Anago boys are ready to play.
Well, they're out there, and they got some time. They got plenty of time. They got an hour before tip here. But, yeah, you're right. They are out and ready, and maybe they think they're going to have a little shoot-around or a walk-around beforehand. And that'll end her, folks. Your final, Menomonie, a convincing victory over Merrill, 64-24. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back to wrap up this one on Crystal Orthodontics postgame show.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
High-deductible health plan opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Back with you here, Mustangs TV, wrapping up this victory here for Menomonie. Convincingly, they win 64-24. You don't see the score on your screen anymore. Scoreboard has already been, or the scoreboard, I should say, has already been reset here for the next game. But again, your final, the Menomonie Mustang girls win 64-24 over the Merrill Bluejays. The win improves Menomonie to 3-4 on the season. Merrill drops to 1-8. Let's run down the numbers how we got there. For the girls, for the Mustang girls, 10 points for Miller, 7 for Lauren Oman, 2 for Ramirez, 4 for Rumsauce, 2 for Gomez, 2 for Dunbar, 16 for Marlette, 13 for Jordan Oman, 4 for Reese Barfnick, 2 for Brandenburg, 2 for Finetti. That's a total of 11 different players entering the scorebook for Menomonie here in this ballgame. Menomonie committed 13 turnovers, and they were 5 of 7 from the free throw line. For Merrill, 2 for Kiskowski, 12 for Ryman, 4 for Clairvoy, 4 for Jarovic, and 2 for Gentili Hull. For the Blue Jays, 26 turnovers, and they were 7 of 8 from the free throw line. We're going to sign off here quickly so we can get ready and prepared for the boys' game. Did you get an official time on that yet, Storm? I just heard them announce at 6 and something, so yeah. I think we were going to be ahead of schedule here, originally set for 7, but it looks like, I'm guessing 6:30, 6:45, somewhere in that range. But we'll sign off. We'll be back to get that pregame going as well. You've been watching Mustangs TV.